it's not always the smartest, play to switch to seller. I feel like in most cases it would be, right? Or is it really just measuring how much you're gonna make and how much you're maybe gonna that's how much you're gonna be charged, or like what are the other factors that go into like maybe is there any reason not to make the switch aside from you're not gonna be profitable?
Yeah, so I'll take that, Pete.
Mhm.
Often we find that consumables that have a high rate of sale do better on Vendor Central just because their shipping is faster and they don't have missed pickups and they don't have the troubles sometimes that high volume sellers have on Seller Central because Amazon is always going to take care of their freight first, I think. The other situation, as Eric had mentioned, bigger, bulkier items that are very heavy tend to do better on Vendor Central, like furniture or tires or other big, heavy products. And then also, we do see sometimes when the retail is too low. So we know what our average FBA fee starts around $3 typically, or a little bit more than that on Seller Central. And so if you have a $9.99 item, if you do the math on that, sometimes it is better to keep those lower priced retail items on Vendor Central. But every situation is different, and gross margins come into play, and what your COGS are. But so that's why you really need to take a look at your overall financials before you make that decision.
Also, business strategy too. You know, that's another one where if you want to, if you know, you kind of if your business model is that you're kind of more B2B, vendors working. If you want to be more B2C, or if you want to be more B2B and you want to start, selling to distribution centers that are going to sell it to other resellers, and you just want to make what you want to make, and then those partnerships can be affected because, like as we mentioned, the vendor will have the buy box. So if you want your partners to be able to sell on Amazon, then vendor, you kind of have to remove vendor from that equation. Like there's all kinds of like very it's very like business to business. And so like don't take what I'm saying right now to like hard. It's not like pigeonholed for each one. It just depends on what your overall business strategy is, and it can change over time. Vendor might have worked for 10 years. Now it's not working. Now you need to pivot and switch over, or it's just another option.
Right, because you're never gonna beat vendor, neither are your resellers, so if you wanna have them on there, you can't be on vendor, you're right.